Now I know you're wondering, dang man, how is he able to do this podcast stuff like he's doing it? He's got it everywhere. Well, if you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Now hear me out, let me explain. Anchor has the tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. Now download the Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. Again, you can either download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. This podcast is a single mom's friendly zone. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's another week, another epilecture from me, Professor Christopher, and this is the finest of high quality male thought, high functioning male output from the mean streets of Memphis, Tennessee. This is the Main Cast Podcast. That's what we got going, brothers and sisters. That's what we got going on. And let me tell you, like I stated in the intro, this is a single mom's friendly zone. Single moms, they get a wild rap, right? Because for whatever reason, people believe single moms are just women who are just so irresponsible that they have children and they're waiting on you to be the knight in shining armor to come by and help. They didn't tell you that. You established that on your own. Now you want to get disrespectful. You want to say that this lady does not deserve anyone to treat her in a loving manner, and that she should get back with the father of her children because nobody wants to raise another man's children. And these are thoughts. These are real thoughts, y'all. These are real thoughts that are coming from low functioning men, right? And the whole time it's crazy because their fathers may or may not have been in their life, but their mother more than likely got with a guy who wasn't their father. So they were technically in a house with a man who was raising someone else's child. And then they get on the internet and say they're not going to do it, which is fine if that's what they want to do. But then they get disrespectful about it, as if the man that raised them, that wasn't their father, it's like he didn't help put clothes on your back. He didn't help put shoes on your feet. He didn't help put food in your stomach. He didn't pay for nothing. Like he in your eyes, this fella is beneath you. He fathered you, right? and all of a sudden you are you the main now, so you not gonna go through that kind of thing like he did. It's just another thing that I'm not gonna say bros, that people have made up to just put a stigma on women, right? Yeah, okay, she's got a kid or some kids, and she's not married, and she's not with the father of her children right now, okay? It is what it is. So you, as a high functioning, because we're trying to get you to be high functioning at this point. You as a high functioning man, you do have choices now. Don't get me wrong. If you do not want to date a woman with children, do not date a woman with children. Or, well, I'll say this, a child or children. Like, if that's not, if you care so deeply about that, then okay, that's fine. You've got your preference, right? So leave it at that. Nobody is asking for your extra input, right? Because nobody cares. Nobody cares about your input, but they care about the disrespect. And that's why you get cussed out. Once you add that extra piece in there, you lose all respect that you had, right? Because you can say, hey, I'm not necessarily, trying to date a woman with a child, or a woman with children. I'm struggling with that for some reason. But you can say that, like, that's just something that I don't want, right? Then when you get to saying, well, I'm not raising another man's child, I feel like this is cuck behavior. If I were to agree to date you and take you seriously, like, there's nothing that I can do with you beyond have sex with you, you're damaged goods. Nobody asked you to say that. To say no thanks and keep it pushing, right? So, for those who are high functioning and you don't mind a kid or two, that's okay. Still, leave the disrespect somewhere else, right? Because there are times where you might let some BS slip, right? Or you might, try to move too quickly to take a role that's not really yours. So it's just a way to navigate this whole thing. But I said all of that to say, single moms, I'm about to be dumb here. Single moms are moms, right? They're humans. They breathe air, they eat food, they drink water, they use the restroom, just like anybody else. And they deserve the same common decency that you would give a woman that didn't have children, right? Again, I understand that there is a preference. Some people might not want to date a woman with children or a child, and there are some who don't care. As long as that party is not being disrespected, because the man who doesn't care is often disrespected by the guy who would just spontaneously combust if a woman with a child were to look their way, right? It's like it's the age of low functioning men having opinions, and these opinions being so loud and so stupid that they just spread like wildfire, right? And anything that's even halfway disrespectful to women is always amplified. myself, I hate the stigma that people have put on single moms, because I know some really great single moms, right? Like, some may be divorced, some may have never been married, things happen when you make adult decisions, right? But that doesn't take away from who these people are, right? Like, single moms are still some of the dopest people that you can hang around at any given point in time, right? And not only that, I mean, they're giving people, like, I mean, because they're constantly in a mode where they're giving to their children, they're giving to their families, they're giving. So there's some of the like I said, there's some of the dopest people around, bro. And you cheating yourself because I don't want to raise another man's child. Nobody asked you to raise anybody, you idiot. And then what'll happen is bros will be like, well, I talked to this one chick one time, and she was asking, if I wanted to buy some diapers or something. Like, brother, she was probably trying to run you off, and you were just too stupid to notice. She didn't want you to buy no dang diapers. She just didn't know how to blow you off properly, because she probably figured that you was a jerk anyway. The single mom disrespect has to stop. It just has to, bro. It's a ridiculous thing that the internet people have even started and attempted to spread into real life. Like, nobody's asking you to openly disrespect somebody's mama. Because if somebody did your mama like that, you'd be ready to fight. Ready to square up. Talk about, they don't know my mama, but I'll fight her. I fight for my mama all the time, man. If y'all had seen my daddy, you would have known why she had to do what she had to do, man. It's ridiculous, bro. Like, single moms get disrespected for no reason, bro. Just ludicrous ideology. Let's turn this ship around. If you've liked this episode, past episodes, and you think you're going to like future episodes, make sure that you follow or subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcast from. And as usual, make sure you have a great rest of your day, a great tomorrow, a great day after that, and a great day after that, so on and so on and so on. You've been great. I appreciate you. Is that a new shirt? I like it.